rusted blade. Every step a quiet echo through the pines where shadows fade. Paper crane in my pocket from the town I had to leave. Wind is reading my secrets, tearing pages of my sleeve. I'm a samurai of the wilderness, walking straight into the unknown. Every scar is my only witness. I've been traveling alone with solitude, but I carry on. I carry on. Campfire sparks in the dark, little stars that fall too soon. Taste of rain on my lips as I whisper to the moon. I don't run from the silence, let it cut right through my chest. If the world won't stand beside me, still my heart won't second guess. I'm a samurai of the wilderness, walking straight into the unknown. Every scar is my only witness. I've been traveling alone with solitude, but I carry Will I ever find a harbor, just a light past all these trees? Or am I meant to keep on marching with this armor on my dreams? Tell the night it can try me. I was born for this ride. Boots on the gravel, cold moon on my skin. Every little echo feels like it's closing in. Breath like smoke in the silence, heart like a warning drum. Every step on this long road asks what I'll become. I hear my fear howling in my ear, but there's a pull calling me clear. I'm the wolf of the wilderness, running through the dark unknown. Every shadow on this path tells me I'm still cool sky, silver and white. Breath draws a halo, fog rolling over the pines. Every step an echo, bouncing off the dark hillside. Heart like a drum beat, pacing with the changing tide. Map in my pocket, but the stars call louder than lines. Silence is talking, telling me leave it behind. I'm the wolf of the wilderness, running where the wild winds blow. On this journey into the unknown, alone with solitude I grow. I don't need a road or a rescue, I was born for letting go. I'm the wolf of the wilderness, on this journey into the unknown. Moon climbs the tree line, paints silver scars on the ground. Shadows like old fears, chasing but they never catch 'em now. I taste the thunder in the air before it breaks. Lightning in my ribcage, every choice is mine to make. Fire in the distance, but I turn my back on the glow. Freedom in the dark, they're whispering, you're not If I stumble, if I bleed, these branches write it into me. Every bruise a burning star, etched across this traveling heart. If I'm crying, let it rain, wash the names I used to claim. Out here I finally hear the wild voice in my veins. I'm the wolf of the wilderness, running where the wild winds blow. On this journey into the unknown, alone with solitude I grow. I don't need a road or a rescue, I was born for letting go. I'm the wolf of the wilderness, on this journey into the dust on my suitcase, sun in my rear view glass. Another small town station, fading as the miles roll past. Silence in the front seat, radio alone, soft hum, talking to my own heart, asking where the strength comes from. I bloom on the highway, wild rose in the open sand, rooted in the heartbreak, reaching for a promised land. Alone in the middle of everywhere I've ever been, I bloom on the highway. I get closer to the truth that even here in the wasteland, where the nights cut to the bone, something small, still and stubborn, keeps on growing on its own. I bloom on the another mile, same empty sky, dust on my shoes, breathing the dry air, talking to myself like an old excuse, billboards fading into brown and gray, nothing says my name, just a suitcase heart and a quiet flame. I've been walking through this open aching land. Every step I'm still learning who I am. When the night gets loud and the world feels strange, I hold on in the in-between of crowd and void, raised by the silence, by every goodbye I survived. Now I'm turning toward the sunrise, let the dust fall from my hands. If I'm the only one who sees me, there's still enough to help me stand. Bloom on the long road, bloom in the wild unknown. Even when the world feels cold as a stone, bloom in the wasteland, stand where the hurt has grown. I'm just a flower in the wilderness, but I bloom on my own. Dust on the dashboard, map folded up in the dark. Motel neon long gone, only stars, only scars in my heart. Gas station coffee gone cold, his jacket on the passenger seat. I talk to an empty horizon, like it's the only one listening to me. Every mile, another question. Every sign just says, keep on. The man with no name left his shadow in my bones. I chase what I can't claim down these endless painted roads. A journey with no end in sight, just me and the long, long line of blue. Alone with solitude tonight, but I still drive toward the ghost of you. Small town diners pass by, red boots, jukebox, passing lights. I see our faces in the window, then it fades as I hit 75. His letter in the glove box creased like the lines round my eyes. I read the first 3 words again, then shoved the rest back inside. Every mile, another memory. Every song turns into you. Maybe he's a myth I made to give my aching heart a shake. Maybe I'm the one who chose an empty seat, an unknown road. But when the night leans in and my hands feel small on a wheel, I swear I hear him breathing like he was always real. Dust in my rear view, red sun bleeding low. Motel names flicker by, but I just let them go. Radio murmurs softly like it's talking in its sleep. I keep counting all the mile signs. You're in every one I read. I press the gas when I'm scared, slow it down when I cry. Every exit is a question, every question's a why. This is an endless highway heart, running from the place we fell apart. Sorrow spreading over open land, like a shadow I can't outrun, can't stand. I keep on driving through the night, lonely sitting in the passenger side. A journey with no end in sight, just me in the dark and the dashboard light. Wind cars its confession through a cracked down window sill. Fast food cups on the floor match the chaos that I feel. Moon hangs like a witness over fields that never change. I keep tracing all our memories on the white lines in my brain. I touch your name on my phone, then I put it away. 'Cause the road only answers when the tires break. This is an endless highway heart, running from the place we fell apart. Sorrow spreading over open land, like a shadow I can't outrun, can't stand. I keep on driving through the night, lonely sitting in the passenger side. A journey with no end in sight, just me in the dark in the dashboard If I turn around now, would you even be there? Or have you melted into miles and evaporated air? So I chase another sunrise with a half-remembered face. Loneliness keeps pointing forward, like it knows the way. Empty road, motel coffee going cold, dust on my shoes, name on the key, but not my soul. I keep driving past every welcome sign at night, chasing a shadow that never steps into the light. Every town asks me, where you from, where you heading? I just smile softly, like I forgot the ending. I walk beside the man with no name. He's the echo in my silence and the fire in my veins. A journey with no end in sight, just the hum of passing days. Alone with solitude, but I stay. Same blue sky, different postcard on the wall. Faces blur, I remember, then forget them all. Late night diners, talk of love and last trains home. I sip my soda, pretend I never feel alone. Every map folds up right where my heart should be. Lines keep crossing, but none led back to me. If I turned around, would you still be there? Would you? Or were you just the wind playing with my hair? I hold out my hand to the space beside me, call out a name that never belonged to anybody. Just me and the miles, talking till we fade. Alone with solitude and the man with no name. Dust on my shoes, sky turning violet, turning bruised. Footprints fading in the sand behind me. Every mile I move, the same old silence in the dunes. Only my shadow keeps in time with me. I keep looking for a sign on the roadside, some small promise that the night will end. But the distant hills just keep on drifting, always out of reach again. Endless You're closer than you think, my friend. But the echo rolls across the canyon, circles back to me again. dust on the dash, mile markers fade, radio's a ghost singing what we never said. Empty passenger seat holds the shape of you. I talk to the dark like it could answer to. Endless highway of my heart, every turn just pulls me farther from where we fell apart. This sorrow spreads wide and wild like a storm across the plains at night. I keep driving with loneliness for my only guide. Moon in the mirror, never looking back. I chase my reflection down another crack track. Gas station coffee shakes in my hands. I circle the same hurt on unfamiliar headlights carve little islands of truth. Every mile I run leads me further from you, but there's no less sign. No, you're almost there. Just the hum of the tires and your name in the endless highway of my heart, every turn just pulls me farther from where we fell apart. This sorrow spreads wide and wild like a storm across the plains at night. I keep driving with loneliness for my only guide. chases echoes of everything I knew. Empty motels, vacant neon signs, Just me in the rear view, losing track of time. This is the endless highway of the heart. White lines and worries pulling me apart. Sorrow spreading wide like desert sky at night. I keep on driving, but you're nowhere inside. Endless highway of the heart. Radio low, old songs bleed through. Every cracked chorus finds its way to you. Mountains in shadow, miles of silver sand, reaching for a future I can't hold in my hands. This is the endless highway of the heart. White lines and worries pulling me apart. Sorrow spreading wide like desert sky at night. I keep on driving, but you're nowhere inside. Endless highway. How far can a lone soul run from the sound of your name in the dark? Every mile I erase draws a circle, brings me back to the I'm a ghost on the gravel, just a fading spark. Empty highway, just me and the dashboard glow. Sand in my shoes, wind singing soft and low. Dust on the dashboard, map on the floor, lines on the blacktop, I've traced them before. Radio low, just the engine and me. Motel reflections I don't wanna see. Sky keeps stretching pale and wide. Every mile you're by my side as an empty sea, as an echoing beat. This is my endless highway heart, rolling through the dark, torn apart, sorrow spreading where the wild wind cries. Nothing but the road and these tired eyes. Endless highway heart, nowhere to turn, nowhere to start. Fence posts counting like a slow parade. Your name in the dust on the window I made. Moon climbs higher, paints the fields in gray. My shadow's the only one that stays. I keep asking, open sky, how far till I stop asking why? But the answer stays just an empty phrase. This is my endless highway heart, rolling through the dark, torn apart, sorrow spreading where the wild wind cries. Nothing but the road and these tired eyes. Endless highway heart, nowhere to turn, nowhere to I pull to the shoulder, stars stare back cold, whisper you closer, but there's only